Welcome to Pollution Solution Podcast.
Did you know that for centuries, most American sewage was poured into the nearest river or creek with little or no treatment at all? Few people gave it a second thought.
But today, we know that a clean river is important for animal and human health, irrigation water, recreation, protecting the ecosystem, and many other reasons. There are 3 types of pollutants: chemical, biological, and sediment. Some sources of these pollutants include sediment from natural spring runoffs, nutrients from fertilizers, animal waste from farms, pesticides, and bacteria. Wow, that's a lot of pollution.
Particles of soil called sediment can absorb toxic chemicals. When this toxic sediment is transported and deposited, the chemicals can be released into the ecosystem. Sediment can choke out the microorganisms.
Many nutrients are found in wastewater and fertilizers. These can cause excess weed and algae growth if large concentrations end up in the Teton River.
Pesticides used in agriculture can pollute the Teton River. Animals can stir up more sediment, leave fecal materials, and add bacteria when critters go in for a drink.
Yuck, gross, ick!
Bacteria can enter streams which feed the Teton River through direct flow of waste in surface water and runoff.
Both Driggs and Rexburg have wastewater treatment plants that discharge into the Teton River, but they have regulations that must be followed to make sure the water they release is of good quality and meets regular standards.
The Teton River is being polluted to some degree most of the time. We can keep pollution to manageable limits by not littering, not overusing chemicals and fertilizers, and recycling. These are just a few things you can do in our community to stop pollution of the Teton River.
How is pollution measured in rivers?
Sediment, chemicals, and bacteria can be measured by taking samples of the Teton River water to a lab where they analyze it. IDEQ, Idaho Department of Environmental Quality, looks at what macroinvertebrates and fish live in the Teton River. Some species are indicators of less pollution because they are known to only survive in good water and quality streams.
Good job!
How can human impact pollute the Teton River?
Farmers plow and fertilize soil to grow crops. If not done with care, sediment from the bare field and nutrients from fertilizer can enter the Teton River through surface runoff. Surface runoff is when water carries exposed dirt or extra nutrients that are not absorbed into the ground to waterways such as canals, streams, and rivers. The land surrounding the Teton River is, and has been for decades, used for agriculture such as farming and livestock. Local farmers and ranchers work together to try and minimize agriculture sources of pollution.
How has livestock polluted the Teton River?
Livestock, such as cattle, can also cause extra sediment to enter the river if the cows trample the stream banks. Also, when livestock congregate drinking and swimming in the river, they can add bacteria to the water from their feces.
What could you do to decrease the pollution levels in the Teton River?
We all like clean water to drink and play in.
So the best way to stop pollution is to learn from local and government organizations about how we can help keep pollution within acceptable levels.
Everyone in the community can help by not littering and taking care of plants around rivers and streams.
Yeah!
We need to administer chemicals and fertilizers according to their specific directions so they are properly used.
Another thing we can do is appreciate the city for making wastewater from our homes clean before entering any waterways.
What can you do to stop pollution in the Teton River?
You can learn more at the following websites: exploreyourimpact.org, novatx.com, and tetonwater.org. We owe a special thanks to Cherie Barton, Roger Olson, Emery, Carly, Benjamin, Ashlyn, Lawrence, and Grattan.